But anyways, guys, here we are, round 3. Round 1, we saw iZone pull off a epic display against Stars Boba. That round 1 match was probably the most epic game I've seen in a long time. Round 2, we saw Orange fall to Team Execration. Execration, who ended up, who are now playing to win their Group C. They're in Group C, deciding match against Mith.trust. So Mith.trust or Execration, whoever comes out on top will win Group C. That is going to be an epic match, and hopefully they draw, because if they draw, well, that means there's a tie-break match, which means I can cast the tie-break match. That's the kind of excitement level that I'll be having if there is a tie-break match in that Group C. It'll be awesome. Anyways, guys, we're gonna hop into this match. A few more things. Group. Then we go into group round 3, which is what we're at now. Mineski versus Ritter. Mineski fighting for their survival. Following this, any tiebreak matches that are needed. So possibly a couple of these groups will need tiebreak matches. I don't think this group will need tiebreak matches. How it'll work is if Ritter win, they go 3-0, they go through. If Ritter draw, they go through as well. If Mineski win, Mineski go through. The only way that's not possible is if Mineski win and then Ideal win, because then both teams will have 2 wins and a loss, and I believe then suddenly, well, crazy stuff. Then crazy stuff can happen. Then I don't know what happens. Then we will have a tiebreak match apparently. Okay, but to this game, we have got Mineski, who are a fairly well-known team. I think that's a bit of an understatement, so to speak, but they are very well-known for their aggressive playstyle, their sort of innovative picks. They love to pick up some sort of very hyper-aggressive heroes. Heroes like Tiny, Queen of Pain often feature in their drafts, but here we see them with the second pick. They've gone with a Windrunner, Ancient Apparition, and Naga Siren. Over on the Scourge team, they're also fairly well-known. Ritter team from Indonesia. They have been around for a long time and have seen quite a bit of them over the years. And it looks like, okay, I was about to say, something to be of note is Jules is actually doing the drafting instead of Woots. Woots is normally the drafter for Mineski, so something a bit different happening here for Mineski, as Jules is the one drafting. Maybe that's part of the reason they're in a bit of funk. Maybe they're trying to switch it around. And over on the Ritter outside, we see a Lycan being first picked with the Queen of Pain and Lich. That is going to cause Mineski some problems, especially that Lycan, which is partly why you see that Naga Siren pickup. They saw that Lycan and said, okay, we need something which can stop this Lycan, out DPS this Lycan, and they want that Naga Siren. Naga Siren has been quite popular in this tournament. The only hero who I think has been sort of more popular and successful is the Templar Assassin. Yes, you just heard me say Templar Assassin, guys. Mineski have been using Templar Assassin. Sorry, not Mineski, but Filipino teams have been using Templar Assassin. First, iZone used it. Then Team Execration used it. Both teams had extraordinary success with this hero. This is his pure physical DPS outburst was absolutely astonishing and would win games on its own, which is partly why it was being picked up so frequently. And whether or not Mineski consider that Templar Assassin here for their draft is yet to be seen, but we see Ritter picking up a few of sort of Mineski's token heroes. The Tiny, the Queen of Pain, these are heroes you'd normally expect to see in Mineski's draft, so maybe Ritter are thinking, hey, let's pick up some of the heroes they want. That could throw them off, and it could also build a strong draft around that, as you see Queen of Pain, Tiny, and Lycan going to be their 3 main farmers. We'll see Tiny probably at mid lane, Queen of Pain at bottom lane, Lycan either in the top lane or in the jungle, Lich going to be the primary support for them, as this is, yes, for those of you asking in chat, this is 6.73C. That is the map version. Yeah, there you go. If you click the moon walls, it says here on the little, circle of powers, not moon wells. What am I talking about? And the last bit coming up from Mineski, I'm predicting a Templar Assassin simply because we've seen so many of them. I think it fits in well here. But firstly, Ritter have their last pick. They need another support hero. The ES has been banned. They're going to need something maybe in the lines of a Crystal Maiden even. I mean, they've got the Lich, sure, but they need another support hero that can combo with that. And it's going to be a Sand King, so they're going with a bit of AoE stun and damage. And that could work okay. The AoE damage can be useful against the Naga Siren, but it's going to be hard for Sand King to get into the middle of the fray. He is going to be fairly squishy when played as a support hero. Now Mineski, their last pick coming up. This is it, Mineski. Put your thinking caps on. They need a hero right here, right now, that can win them this game because, as said, this is do or die. If Mineski lose this, they go home. They go home packing. They were the champions last month. This is probably the one thing I haven't said. Last month, in the GST, Mineski finished on top. They were first, Stars Boba second, and here we see GEST 2, a complete reversal. Stars Boba, I believe they're completely out. They're not going to make it to the playoffs. Mineski in the same position almost. They are very close to being eliminated in the group stage and not make it to the playoffs. So, I mean, this is really goes to show how close all these top Asian teams are. Last month, the playoff teams aren't even going to make it to the playoffs. I mean, a couple of the teams I believe will. Mith.trust are in good position. They have to battle Execration for a playoff spot, whereas Neolution in Group A, I believe, were looking very solid. They have to beat inv-red to get into the playoff spot, which, I mean, they're the favorites to do. So we should be seeing Neolution in that playoff seat, but it's not. Nothing's guaranteed at this point. So there's a good chance we'll see one or two of the playoff teams from last month in it again, but anything's possible. It's even still possible for Mineski to come back. They've got to win 2 games in a row against Ritter. Can they do it? Well, I think they can. They are a world-class team. They have had some of the best results of the last year or two as far as teams outside of China, outside of teams like DK and LGD. Their offline performances in land, they are pretty much the most successful Southeast Asian teams on land. Orange are kind of up there. Orange have had some success. They won ESTC in 2011, but since then, it's mostly been Mineski on top. They've recently won a Dota 2, the Razer Dota 2 Singapore tournament. Sure, that's Dota 2, but it's still a LAN tournament. It's still good experience. It's still Dota. As far as Dota 1 goes, they won GEST last month, and they've been competing in LAN tournaments in the Philippines where they've had fairly decent results, but not the best. They have sometimes lost to teams like iZone late into those tournaments. And we will just do latency 50. I think it's already on, but we'll do it once again. Holy crap, what am I talking about? There's your Templar Assassin. There's your Templar Assassin, guys, and that is a great pick. I love seeing that Templar Assassin. Lanaya is the pick of the day, and if things go, if the trend continues, Lanaya wins this game. Lanaya is suddenly going to be becoming like first pick material, I feel. Oh, to the viewer in the chat abusing me for my hideous mustache. Yeah, I apologize. I didn't have time to shave this morning, which was bad form on my part, but it's okay. Luckily this tournament is about the games, not my facial hair or my appearance, which currently is not looking all too good. But I'm gonna make it. You don't have to look at me anymore, guys. You can look at this game. Mineski on the Sentinel team, Ritter on the Scourge team. Everything on the line here. Mineski has to win this game, and we're just gonna have a bit of a delay or pause. And PC problems is the reasoning coming out from Jay, but it should be underway fairly soon. Let me just make sure everything is a-okay. The camera is not taking up, the scoreboard's not taking up too much space and various other things. It looks like, whoop, that's too big. That is way too big. Alrighty, there we go. That's looking a bit better. So, Mineski, as said, from the Philippines, fighting for their survival, whereas Ritter are just been on a roll today, yet to lose a game. And whoopsie daisy. Apparently my scoreboard is wrong. It says 1-0. Oh, whoops. That's a no-no. 1-0, 1-0. No, it's 0-0, guys. Oh, I'm trolling. Apparently it doesn't want to update. No. Reset. Whoops. Yeah. Scoreboard problem, guys. What is going on? It's not 1-0. It's not 1-0, guys. I promise. You know what? Better idea. Let's get rid of the scoreboard. Who needs a scoreboard when you've got me? Ha 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 ha! I am now your official scoreboard. I'm gonna completely troll you guys to death. Oh. Anyways, yeah, okay. Apparently, yeah. I'm just gonna moving on quickly. Alright, so a bit of a pause coming out here. We will just take a second to, well, not do a whole lot. I can keep talking, man. I can keep talking all day long about everything that's been going on with GEST, about our Gigabyte hardware giveaways, about the awesome coverage over at GoDz, about all the VODs. If you want to check out the VODs, head on over to, well, you're over already on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/GESTIDC. Go to the video section. Or you can check out the replays, which are on GoDz.net/Dota/replays. All the replays are going to be uploaded over there. So that's for the games I didn't actually cast, although I will be doing some replay commentaries following the tournament. But here we are. Teams are ready. We're going to be getting underway. And no more scoreboard for you guys. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, apparently being the corrupted man that I am, I gave Mineski a 1-0 lead. So, for me, the key heroes here, this Lycan is going to be... Lycan and Tiny are both going to be... Well, not so much... The Tiny and the Queen of Pain are going to have similar functions to sort of shape out the mid-game for this Ritter art team. They're going to both be very important in the mid-game, but early to mid-game, Lycan is important. He can't have a bad start. You don't want him falling quickly behind early on. Mineski, the Naga Siren, and the Templar Assassin, especially the Templar Assassin, is the key hero here. Templar Assassin really needs to have a good start, have a good mid-game, have a good late game, and if that's the case, Mineski will win the game. But Templar Assassin is one of those very shaky heroes. You don't always get those good starts, you don't always have those good mid-games, and sometimes you do just get focused down, chain disabled, and as a result, maybe feed. I mean, it's a very challenging hero to play, but we're going to see Mineski's RR on that Templar Assassin. Actually, let's do this properly, guys. Representing the Philippines, over on the Sentinel side, in the blue color, is Mineski's Jewels. Okay, I can't pull this off. The deep announcer voice. I can't do boxing commentating. Anyways, guys, we're going to just do this normally. Mineski Jewels will be on your Naga Siren at that top lane, and the Ogre Magi is being played by Woots. We're doing the Ancient Apparition on the hands of Owa. We're doing the RR, playing the Templar Assassin, and finally, in the bottom lane is Mineski's J playing that Windrunner. Over on the Scourge side, Ritter Art, representing Indonesia, we've got Phoenix as that solo bottom Lich. Over in the middle lane, we've got Tiny being played by Amazing. Let's hope his Tiny is amazing. And we've got Susie playing that Queen of Pain at the top lane. Finally, well, Lich actually playing as support in the bottom lane, not finally. Also, we've got June as the Sand King at bottom lane. And finally, the very important Lycanthrope going into the jungle, being played by Vans. So, Queen of Pain up against this tri lane is going to suffer. I feel bad for this Queen of Pain almost. This tri lane is going to hurt, and we're going to see Naga Siren get his farm on. And Queen of Pain, seeing the Naga Siren, must be thinking, crap, that means the supports are going to be nearby as well, looking for kills. Maybe even in the jungle. Lycan has to be careful as well. Lycan going for an early Quelling Blade, and he's going to be looking to get up early items. But these roaming supports, the Ogre, the AA, have a lot of killing power, and will be looking to make sure he does get properly shut down. And Queen of Pain as well will probably struggle at top lane. Mid lane, we've got Tiny up against Templar Assassin. Bottom lane, the Lich Sand King, an interesting duel lane against the Windrunner. They're going to be able to deny quite a bit of farm, and once they get some levels, specifically level 2, level 3. Level 3 is when they have got a lot of killing power. The level 2 Nova with the level 2 stun, maybe they can get a kill by using 2 Burrow Strikes. Additionally, Lich can just keep denying the farm, pulling the weight back, and trying to harass this Windrunner down. But Windrunner does have quite a bit of regen here, so Lich can't afford to trade too many attacks. Mid lane, TA should be able to last hit this Tiny. TA has crazy base damage, not to mention the refract damage giving bonus damage as well. And the top lane where a lot of the action, I imagine, will come from is going to be on this Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is going to have to play so safe, make sure he doesn't get caught. Similarly, Lycan has to be careful. Keep track of all these heroes out. Know when they go missing, and he's doing a decent job of farming so far, but that's because these heroes have not left the lane. And so far, so good for the Lycan, as he hasn't been touched, hasn't been bothered yet, really, in this jungle. And here we go. Here go the supports. Ogre AA on the hunt. Meanwhile, mid lane, not too much crack in there. Bottom lane, Winran's taking a bit of damage, does have those tangos, but he's pushing the lane out. And here we're going to see the Wolf scouting those heroes. They block the pool, so Lycan can't use that pool, but Lycan spots them out, and they're going to keep coming around. They're going to see this empty camp. They're maybe just going to poke their head here, see what's happening here. They'll find the Lycan, but they can't really do much here. You could throw a cold feet, but in the end, it's going to be wasted mana unless you can get an Ogre stun to combo with it, and it's not going to happen. But they're scaring him out of the jungle. Get a couple right clicks, and also just keep pressuring him. Also make the Tiny on edge. Tiny will know they're nearby and think, okay, we need to be careful. And for those of you who do know Mineski, this is unusual. They have got RR playing as a carrier. RR normally plays the support roles for Mineski, or at least one of the two support roles. We'll see Woots and RR as the two main support players. Woots often plays the secondary support, heroes such as ES, whereas RR plays the main support. So RR on the main support role is, I mean, something very unusual for Mineski. So Mineski really mixing things up here, doing something a bit different, and going to be interesting to see just how things pan out with that. And mid lane, Ogre Magi AA, they die for a kill. They're in a lot of trouble. How much damage did they even do? They didn't pick up any kills. Tiny is chasing. I don't think... Oh, he's got the Lycan Wolves. Lycan may get a double kill here. Can the Wolves catch up to AA? Lycan, Barnes, the Wolves, they're chasing. The salve has been popped though, so AA should be able to survive this, but Lycan wants to keep going, breaks the salve and goes onto neutral lane. Great first blood by the Lycan. That is going to help him hugely. He now picks up an early kill. That's going to be a very quick Bassi ring for him, I imagine. Yep, he's got that Bassi ring. He's going to be going into that Vlad's. And, oh my gosh. I can't believe what they dived into these trees. They weren't near anything. I mean, they maybe were going for Tiny, but they weren't even close to getting that Tiny. Tiny had plenty of HP. And a bad start for Mineski, as we see Lycan picking up that first blood. Ritter showing why they are currently 2-0 in their group. And a stun. Oh, stun at top, but Queen of Pain blinking still. So a bit of unusual mechanics there. And meanwhile, Ritter aren't doing some bottle crowing of their own, or at least bottle chickening, as they have got two couriers. It is sort of the trademark strategy in Philippines as well as Indonesia. The Indonesian teams, such as Veloci Hyper, as well as Ritter Art, also love to use this bottle crow, so nothing out of the ordinary there. It allows them to sort of put these heroes in hard lanes. You can have a hero like Queen of Pain against a tri lane because you have unlimited regen. And we will see, oh, there we go, you can just keep on, you can basically spam your spells as much as possible, use up all your bottle, take a bit of damage, then send the bottle back, refill it, and just keep on going. It's a great skill, and that's what we're going to see at bottom lane. You see Windrunner, red HP. Normally a Windrunner in this state would have to go back to base, heal up, then TP in, but with bottle, you can just keep on bringing out that free regen, and it doesn't cost you anything, apart from the initial 600 gold cost. With salves, you have to keep buying those salves, which cost you 100 gold every time, so it isn't really all that effective. But bottle, it's effective for the first 20, 30, 40 minutes of the game, which is what we're going to be seeing at mid lane as well, with the Templar Assassin and the Tiny. Templar Assassin, level 6, a lot faster than the Tiny. We see Tiny with only 12 CS, Templar Assassin with 32 CS, a very one-side middle lane. RR. As, guys, this is what's happened in the past games. We do see a kill missed at bottom lane. Templar Assassin has been the deciding factor in every game it's been picked so far, and every game it's been picked so far, it has won the game for his team. So Templar Assassin going to be a very, very important figure here. Jules at top lane though, 32 CS as well, so Jules with decent farm. Winner at bottom has 18 CS, so all three of Mineski's main heroes are farming fairly well. The farmers at bottom, mid, and top. Over on the Scourge team, we see Lycan picking up that first blood. That's going to help him out a lot in this jungling. And top lane, they are doing some creep skipping here. They want to look for this Queen of Pain. They're not going to find it. Oh, the ensnare, the stun, the cold feet. Queen of Pain blinks away just in time. Can he survive this? I don't think he will. He's going to just do all he can, as much damage as possible. Naga Siren will take quite a lot of damage. The toss, is it going to be enough? It may just be enough. The stun is going to actually miss. Tiny, that was not amazing at all. And Amazing will go down as well. Naga Siren comes back in. Wooch picks up the kill. A huge mistake. He gets juked. And oh my gosh, Mineski going to be so happy with that trade. Whereas Amazing, and as well as his teammates on Ritter, are going to be face palming over that one. As we do see a nice avalanche dodge by Jules. Some great plays coming out from him. But at the same time, I think Tiny should have got that. Maybe a bit of lag did impact it, but I think mostly it was just the mind games. The mind games coming from Jules, and we're going to have a save coming out from the referee. Top lane, Queen of Pain. Trying to stay as much in this lane as possible. He needs to be careful. He actually blinks in, gets stunned once. Is there a cold feet? Doesn't look like there is. Queen of Pain ultimate takes out Jules. Queen of Pain looking to escape though. I don't know if he can. The ignite and the right click damage picks up is his death. He takes out Jules, but it was hardly worth it if he paid for it with his own life. And mid lane, Tiny once again missing those avalanches. That hurts. And RR at mid lane with now has 47 CS, 17 denies. Tiny with only 14 CS. A massively one-sided middle lane CS score. Bottom lane, haven't looked at that in a while. 20 CS on the Sand King. No CS, just a couple denies on the Lich. Meanwhile, Windrunner at 29 CS, so Windrunner is out-farming the Sand King. Sand King has arcane boots. They do have a lot of killing power, but Windrunner out-farming them is not good when it's a dual lane being out-farmed by a solo Windrunner. They are going to go in for a kill here. They've got the Epicenter. Can they find it? They're going to go with the stun. Epicenter. Nova. That's going to slow the Windrunner, but he's going to try to use the Windrunner. It's not going to be enough to escape. And they get the kill at bottom lane. Top lane, Templar Assassin is coming in for a gank. This Queen of Pain, who's been constantly under pressure against this trialing, is going to find himself once again on the receiving end of a very, very brutal gank. And this could be the end of his days, but he may be able to use the blink to escape. He doesn't have boots though, so the problem is even if he blinks away, Templar Assassin can use the phase boots to catch up, and we're going to see a net, a stun. He actually blinks and dodges the stun, so the stun is on cooldown and it's being dodged, and Templar Assassin will pick up the kill though. Huge damage coming out from her, and Lich gets tossed onto the Ogre Magi. Is there another Nova? It looks like there is. Needs to use it, and multicast ×2 hits. And double kill for RR, wants a third. Tiny looks like he will go down. RR gets another meld, 200 meld damage, and that does so much damage. Huge play. And this is currently looking not very good for Ritter. The Templar Assassin once again winning games, and it is something to be admired. All these Templar Assassin picks coming out of nowhere, and Lycan now forced to use the ultimate as he did get slow there. Templar Assassin forcing an ulti out of him, and that has a long cooldown at level 1, so he is going to be forced back at least a bit. He doesn't want to go all the way to Fountain as he does have that Vlad's up. He may even look for a Roshan fairly soon, but the guy who normally plays support for Mineski is currently carrying them, doing better than anyone on his team, although not to take anything away from his team, as both Jules as well as the two supports at top lane both playing fairly well. And we do see, they've gone on the Queen of Pain, the meld damage, the Queen of Pain ultimate, the power shot, he goes down, Creep actually getting the last hit, Sand King with a stun, there's an avalanche, toss, Templar Assassin goes down, they want more, they want the Windrunner, the Templar Assassin needs to use the trap, he uses one, he's got another if he needs to, and this stun goes, there's a Templar Assassin, the stun, ignite, is there a power shot, Sand King in trouble, gets shackled, power shot, Sand King goes down, Tiny looking for a toss, needs to get a toss onto the Windrunner, uses the stun instead, Windrunner pops the magic wand and has plenty of HP to survive this, there's the stun, there's going to be a power shot, possibly an ignite, toss, he survives, 30 HP, Shackle, Chain Frost, it's not going to bounce back, it is going to slow him though, Lich needs one more hit, can he get it, he's being blocked, Tiny, get the toss, and he won't, both Mineski heroes surviving on red HP, holy crap, this game, non-stop action guys, and just heroes narrowly escaping some of the most epic moves I've seen in a long time. Meanwhile, top lane, Jules continuing to farm. He's picked up his fast Vanguard and is looking to continue his push towards that top lane. The action is not over. Jules wants that tower. He's got 56 CS. He does have the one death, but he's got the towers, and right now is in a good position at top lane. Queen of Pain blinking in, pops the Shadow Strike, and AA ultimate gonna come in. There's an ensnare. Not going to be enough damage there. The Gush coming out actually misses Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain getting frozen. If that Gush had hit, it could have been Queen of Pain's death. Luckily for Queen of Pain, not going to happen. Meanwhile, mid lane, Templar Assassin still farming away. Has an Invis Rune, must be close to that Blink Dagger, 300 gold away from it. And that's going to cause Ritter a lot of problems when that comes into play. As this top tier 1 tower gets into deny range. So Jules maybe going to try and make a play at top to get that tower. He may have the ultimate. I'm not quite sure if he's leveled it up or not, but at the same time, it is going to be very, very risky going in there when there's 3 heroes waiting him. No Lich ultimate. Sankin going in, I believe he is ulti. He's actually going to just pop that sleep and then make a run for it, as he's not going to be able to go for that tower. And bottom jungle, there's the Lycan who has been completely gone unnoticed. I feel, at the same time, I feel like Lycan has been focusing too much on farming lanes, too much in farming the jungle and not as much pushing out lanes. Lycan could be going mid lane, pushing it out, trying to get this tower, pressure this tower. He's got the Vlads, it gives him so much pushing power. Those wolves do a lot of damage, not to mention they have quite high, they get extra 5 armor for that pushes when you have that Vlads, and it is definitely worth considering doing. And we are going to see Lycan do some right-click damage onto this Windrunner. Windrunner has phase boots, so should be okay to avoid this. And Lycan is actually doing quite a lot of damage here. Templar Assassin coming in. Lycan has the ultimate though, so isn't really in much trouble here. He is going to go for this Windrunner. The Shackle not going to shackle onto anything. Lycan going to be able to get this kill here. I don't see what's going to stop him. The Wolves finish him off. Templar Assassin, I mean, he can just go for this kill. He's got the lifesteal. He can fight this. There's the stun. Is there a toss? Yes, there is the toss. Double kill. Ritter playing so well. Mineski playing a bit aggressive, being a bit overly eager for some of these kills. Meanwhile, top lane, a kill. Lich Nova, and they pick up another kill at the top lane. Ritter Art continue to perform, and they're looking good here as they're now up 9 kills to 8. They were behind on kills, but 4 unanswered kills in a row in just 30 seconds there. Find themselves in a very, very solid position here as Mineski, they need to come up with something. This is their last chance for survival. And that chance may not last much longer if they can't put something together here. They've got some decent farm. I mean, they're heroes. You look at the Naga Siren, has the Vanguard. Templar Assassin has Blink Dagger. Windrunner has a Staff of Wizard, getting closer to that 4-staff. But they've just got quite a few silly deaths and some silly mistakes that are costing them quite hardly. And Mineski currently sitting, oh, there they go, they're going to pick up. Currently sitting second in their group, I believe. Or maybe, I think they're tied second in their group. They're currently tied second with Ideal, but the problem is for Mineski that they need to be first. Only the top 1 team advances. So as a result, they're versing the top 1 team when they're tied second. They have to win this game, else Ritter Art go through. So it becomes a must-win game for Mineski. And bottom lane, we see Nagasan has taken over farming there. Lycan, though, getting more and more farmed, has an Ogre Act, is going to be heading towards that BKB, and that is going to be causing Mineski even more problems because Lycan has not been touched. He's just gone completely unnoticed. He has got 58 neutral kills. That is quite a reasonable sized farm. Has 22 creeps on top of that, and may even be looking to take out Roshan fairly soon. He is level 11. He's got a lot of DPS and has the lifesteal, so taking Roshan would be fairly straightforward here, but he does have to worry about getting spotted. But meanwhile, mid lane, Sand King on the receiving end of some initiation. TP, great play from Ritter Art. They back each other so well. They want the Ogre Magi, the slow, the Nova, and here come the SK, the SK ulti, stun, the gets tossed in. Ritter Art, great use of the Tiny plus Sand King combo. Tiny tossed in the Sand King, who was trying to ulti. I think he maybe cancelled the Sand King ultimate, but either way, Sand King stunned after the toss. And guys, that was some epic moves here, as we're going to see Windrunner from Mineski in trouble as well. The toss once again, Tiny picking up another kill, 3 more unanswered kills, as Ritter Art are looking very, very strong. And this is going to maybe be the mid-tier 1 tower going down. No, it looks like Ritter Art will back off. Lycan at bottom lane was actually trying to chase down Naga Siren, I believe. Forced an ulti out of Jules, so Jules was forced to ulti to save himself from this aggression from the Lycan. And as it stands, I mean, Mineski on the back foot here. They are losing ground, as every fight they've fought recently has not gone their way, and they're going to find themselves desperately looking for answers, desperately looking to make something happen here, as we do see Jules at mid lane pushing out his tier 1 tower, trying to get some towers, trying to get some gold coming into Mineski's pockets. Ogre Magi, Templar Assassin. There's just a lot of melee heroes. You can see them when they're going for this tower. They're all kind of clumped up as melee heroes. Up against heroes like Tiny and Sand King, who can just combo that so well. It is just causes some problems. And you can see the Indonesians, Ritter, are capitalizing on this clumping up that Mineski seemed to be prone to doing. They really need that 4-staff on winner. That will help them out a lot. We can see the recipes there. Just needs to buy that quarterstaff. It will come out now. That's going to provide a lot more mobility for not only himself but his teammates, because he can use that on teammates who are out of position or who do get initiated on when they are clumped up. So being able to save his teammates with that will help out huge amounts. And we will see Windrunner trading hits a bit with Queen of Pain at bottom lane. Throws the power shot, actually missing the power shot after the blink. And Queen of Pain will farm out this wave just a bit. Keep the creeps off the tower. Keep the tower up for as long as possible. As right now, Queen of Pain actually has managed to get Windrunner down fairly low. Windrunner does have quite a full bottle though, and will be able to bottle crow, which is actually about to be happening. So he's looking pretty good here at the bottom lane, as there are though 2 other Ritter Art heroes waiting for him. There's a stun. Great position from SK. Catches the Windrunner by surprise, and Windrunner gets Nova. Will go down here. Jay, wow, gets a kill. Susie goes down, and that is a bit of a mistake there as Jay picks up the kill, and Queen of Pain actually found herself on the receiving end of a big power shot. So not all is lost for Jay. He did go down, he did fall to the 3-4 man gank, but in the end it was a good trade for Jay, considering he did force 3 to 4 heroes to gank him, but the problem is now Ritter, they are going to be able to get Roshan here. Aegis will be on the Lycan. He's also going to have that BKB up very soon. Tiny, 2k gold, getting close to that Blink Dagger of his. Tiny actually not all that farmed. He's had a he's played fairly well. He's had a nice impact on this game, but yet to get up any sort of big items, and here comes the AA ultimate. Gonna spot them at Roshan. Whether or not that's gonna matter is yet to be seen. The trap is there. They've got the vision now, and I think they're gonna back off. There's stun, toss, and this is not looking good for Templar Assassin. Needs to go into that melt, and Lich was the target, but RR suiciding himself in. A big misplay from him. Meanwhile, Nagasiren is pushing away at that top tier 2 tower. Ogre Magi on the high ground around Roshan, just waiting for them to go in, daring them to go in. And it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Mineski finally, they're finding some, they're finding their stride. They're putting on some pressure. They're going to find, oh no, SK, Queen of Pain, they go on the winner at mid. Tiny completely missing his stun, and he will back off now, but he may be looking for a toss. This winner is awfully low. The Shadow Strike not going to do enough damage by the looks of it, but Queen of Pain will look for another blink. Is he going to get it? Yes, he will. He gets the kill. Great play from him. Meanwhile, Tiny is still searching for someone. He doesn't have that blink dagger yet. He's going to find Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi finding the combo. AA ultimate misses narrowly, but the effect's still on him. Sand King stun. Ogre Magi will go down. Yes, he does. Tiny goes down as well. Trading lives here. AA on the back foot now, needs to get out. SK, Queen of Pain will finish him off, and Lich is on the low ground. Not in too much trouble there, but Templar Assassin and Nagasiren maybe actually, what am I talking about? Lich in plenty of trouble as Templar Assassin and Nagasiren are chasing him down. They play it so smart. They split up. They don't let him get the Chain Frost off. Great positioning there from Mineski as a 3-for-3 trade, I believe, going down. That was a lot of bloodshed, but no team really coming out strongly on top. I mean, actually, I think it was a 3-for-2 trade in the favor of Ritter Art, but the 3 heroes they killed with the 3 supports, both the Templar Assassin as well as the Nagasiren, both survived, who were sort of the 2 key heroes for Mineski. So them surviving was quite important. They killed the Tiny, and they also killed, the Lich. They killed the support Lich and the Tiny. So the Tiny kill helps them quite a bit. And they're going to be, Mineski aren't going to be too upset about that trade there. Bottom lane, Windrunner is getting that farm rate up, has 70, sorry, reaching up to 80 CS now, has that force up, has the face boots and bottle. Mid lane we see Ancient Apparition backing up his teammates, looking to make sure that Ogre Magi can do some, well, he's not really doing any warding, he's actually just having a little patrol around. Templar Assassin is the one getting his farm on at the top lane, and right now, Templar Assassin is at 85 CS, and I'll have a quick pop down the farm scoreboard as we do see 104 CS for Jules, 87 for Jay, and 87 for RR. So 3 heroes on Mineski's side, all very farmed. Over on the Scourge team, we've got 55 on Quap, 61 on Lycan, 42 on Sand King. Of course, Lycan with the 64 neutrals as well. So Lycan probably leading the farm, but then the next 3 heroes are all on Mineski's side. So Mineski, in terms of farm, are actually ahead, but they are losing towers, losing kills, and we did see Aegis. Well, actually, no, Aegis was not picked up. Roshan was not killed at all. So right now, this game still very much in the balance. One team with a kill advantage, the other team with a farm advantage. And both teams trading towers as we see Ritter pick up that middle tier 1 tower. Mineski want this tier 1 bottom tower. And Sand King has the Blink Dagger. Is he going to make a play for this? They've got the Naga Siren Sleep if they want to use it. And the AA ultimate is going to head towards the middle lane. Is Sand King going to go? He's thinking about it. He's definitely thinking about maybe asking for a TP in from his teammates. But his teammates, they just want to keep pushing. He's going to maybe try to stop some TPs. He's blinked in. He's looking for Jules. Jules who's picked up a relic. Jules who will buy a TP now. And this is going to be hard for Jules. Jules needs to find a way to TP out. He's going to stop the TP. Jules unable to get back to this fight. Lycan though, BKB forced to use it. This is where the real action's at. No bloodshed yet. And Bloodlust being popped on the Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin going to go on the chase. And bottom lane, Lycan has backed off, TP'd back just to defend, get his farm rate up even more. He's picked up a Sobi so possibly going for that medallion. Often you see the medallion before the Black King bar, but possibly going for it afterwards just for that minus armor, added DPS, and maybe even going to be looking to take out Roshan fairly soon. Hey, what are you doing there by yourself, scouting Roshan? And I think AA should go down. I mean, that was just Owa being completely caught out of position there. What is he thinking? Not quite sure, guys, as Mineski will go on into Roshan here and do their best. I mean, sorry, not Mineski, Ritter will go into Roshan. What am I talking about, guys? This is what happens when you cast for 7 hours straight. You just start throwing around words, which is just complete utter crap. But yeah, Ritter will be going into Roshan. They're going to be taking out fairly uncontested, at least at the moment. AA is dead, maybe, not uncontested. What am I talking about? AA will throw the ultimate to Roshan. They want to go in. These heroes are on the high ground though. They're going to run straight into them. Mineski, need to be careful. The gush may come from the high ground. There's a toss. Great shackle. Sand King in trouble. The sleep though is there. The Lich ultimate. Where was that Lich ultimate? No, it wasn't a Lich ultimate. Naga Siren pops the illusion. There's the Lich ultimate. It's going to bounce around. Naga Siren in so much trouble. He's going to get tossed up into the air, goes down, and he's the only one to drop so far. Ritter looking good on the chase. Lycan thinking about chasing further, but the BKB wearing off, needs to be wary of the chain stun. They've got the shackle, they've got the ogre stun. That's a lot of stunning capability, and he's going to back off, go for Roche with that frost armor. And the trap is popped, and meanwhile Tiny goes in, misses as the 4-star stops him, and Sand King, Epicenter, Blink, doesn't really find anyone apart from the Templar Assassin, who doesn't take much damage from it. They're going on the Lich, one more hit's all he needs. Does manage to get him, and Templar Assassin may change target, may go for this to SK. SK will get frozen, though Templar Assassin has turned around, blinks back in. Sand King stuns his way out. AA needs a couple hit, maybe a cold feet. Is it there? No, doesn't look like it is, and Quap on the back is going to be able to pick up the kill on the AA and then start his run away, but Templar Assassin right-clicking, stun, the stun from SK. SK, who was on red HP, comes back and prevents the TP. RR finds himself in the grave, and 4 Mineski heroes go down. Roshan will follow, and this is not the kind of fight Mineski were after. Save will be popped, and Mineski going to have to start putting their heads together, trying to figure out what is wrong, what can they do. And as it stands, I mean, this is... Oh, I've also just been informed, for this match, Mineski have to... Even if Mineski win this 2-0, that will only force a tiebreaker match between the two teams. They would have to play a third match to sort of to tiebreak them, because if Mineski win this, the two teams finish tied first in the group. And that is a big ask for Mineski. So not only do they have to beat them 2 games in a row, they would have to beat them 3 games in a row. And that is that is a big ask. And we will see amazing. That's the Tiny, who has had some amazing moments, and he picks up a kill on Jules, the Naga Siren. So Jules getting close. Actually, no, Jules finishing that Radiance. So 26 minutes in, a fairly quick Radiance for Jules, but the team fights, despite the farm and despite the items, there is a... Oh, there's just not quite a... What should happen isn't happening. Mineski with more farm, more items, are not winning team fights, which comes down to the hero composition. Ritter Art are playing the team fights better positioning, and just better use of their spells. Not to mention combos like the Tiny Sand King, the Queen of Pain, and Lich AoE. This team fight is scary, and Mineski are just falling prey to it. Heroes like Naga Siren, Templar Assassin just can't fight those kind of heroes, and that's without even taking into account the Lycan, who has picked up a Basher, will maybe be even going for an Abyssal Blade. AA Ultimate flying in, but the tier 1 tower is down. Oh, Jay is chasing. Great shackle shot. Jay doing all he can to claw his way back into the game for his team, but the team will get back. Oh no, SK, the blink, the stun on the winner. The Epicenter did not do the full damage. The Queen of Pain finishes them off though, and Sand King though gets stunned. Ignited should be perfectly fine here, and may even try to look to chase down the Ogre Magi with that blink, but no, decides to back off as Ritter pick up a kill, pick up a tower, and they're going to come out on top in that exchange every time. And bottom lane, Naga Siren trying to fight this Lycan. Oh no, Lycan, yeah, has the Aegis, but he doesn't want to just lose that to a solo Naga Siren, so we'll back off. Jules now level 13 only, so a bit under-leveled despite the good farm on him. And mid lane, we do see some action here as Susie picks up a kill. We're going to have a call for a save here, as I believe my fellow admin should be on top of that. Tiny going in. 1 stun, 2 stuns. They pick up the kill. Susie has a double kill, and Ritter looking so solid. Oh. Sorry guys, missing kills. This is what happens. 7.5 hours straight of commentating. No big at all. And we will see Queen of Pain blinking in at bottom lane. They're looking for that Naga Siren. Naga Siren scurries away into the wolves. The wolves? into the woods. And we do see a kill picked up behind. Oh, June, red HP. Mineski's J goes down, and Lich gonna just frost armor him up for good measure. Like, you know, he doesn't quite cast it in time, as that looks like Ritter want to push down that bottom tier 2 tower. They haven't got the SK with them, but they are still looking pretty good. And this is not how Mineski saw this game going. They are on the back foot. Ritter playing so well, and will be looking to continue their aggression, take out more and more towers. Maybe they've got the Aegis up, so Lycan, maybe they're just waiting for his next big item. But right now they are so strong. For Mineski, Templar Assassin and Naga Siren, the 2 only hopes that they've got. They have got the Ogre Magi. They've got some nice support there with the Bloodlust, the stuns. But they are going to be relying on the Naga Siren to do damage, as well as the Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin who needs to finish that BKB. And amazing is Invis waiting next to him. Drops the TP scroll, and there's a stun, there's a toss. Is it going to come? No, actually it's going to be, we're going to see a meld here, as Templar Assassin survives that, I don't know if you could call that a gank, but it was definitely an unusual sequence of events. And Windrunner at mid. Has Templar Assassin finished the BKB? Not yet. So it still has a bit of a way to go. That is a worry. Templar Assassin needs that BKB. Sorry, Necrobook recipe is actually being bought, so maybe that's on the Windrunner. Yeah, Windrunner going for a Necrobook here. So an interesting item choice coming out from Mineski, as we will see Lycan getting more and more farmed at this bottom lane. What is he going to go for next? Is he going to go for that Abyssal Blade? Or possibly just go for some other kind of item, such as an Assault Cuirass? But he has got the Bash. I mean, the Abyssal Blade is a very powerful damage item. You also get that Bash, which can go through BKB. None of these heroes with BKB, but Templar Assassin might soon. So having the Bash, like, not so much, I don't know about Bash, but having the stun that can go through the BKB is a huge asset against a hero like Templar Assassin, who may get that BKB up. Bottom lane, We do see the smoke coming out from Mineski. They know they've got to make something happen, and they're going to start pushing this bottom lane. But meanwhile, Ritter are just saying, okay, screw this, we're going to go mid. They've smoked up behind the Queen of Pain, while at bottom lane, they've smoked up behind the Naga Siren. So both teams doing similar things in different places, and right now Ritter are going to be better off because they're pushing a hell of a lot faster, and basically what's going to happen in this bottom lane is they might get a tier 2 tower, but they're going to have to TP back very soon. They've got to defend this Rax. They can't just let a tier 3 tower at Rax fall unless they're getting one of their own in exchange, but they're not going to be able to do that quick enough. And there we see Templar Assassin scouts them out. They now know where they are. They now know they can get this tier 2 tower, maybe TP back in time, but Queen of Pain is already starting on it. And it looks like Mineski going to get this tier 2 tower. TP back. Does he have the BKB? Doesn't look like he has enough gold for it. Lycan's going in. Has that Vlad's, has the Aegis, and is damaging down. Tier 3 tower is down. Mineski now find themselves without a tier 3 mid tower. Their Rax is exposed. They go on the Lycan. Lycan does have that BKB. He is waiting though. Maybe going to wait for the Aegis to pop and then use it once he respawns. As he does take a lot of damage. Spawn some wolves actually. Needs to be careful. It looks like he's almost asking. Yeah, he's asking just to respawn. He wants to have full HP so he can use both his ultimate and BKB. There's the BKB, but he's still trapped, so he doesn't really find that BKB all that effective. Oh, Naga Siren gets KO'd, Sanking, Epicenter, Stun, Ogre Magi, Lich ultimate bouncing around, great Lich ulti, bounces, gets 2, and we do see 2 heroes down as Mineski forced to buy back on Jules. Jules buying back, popping his ulti, but gonna find himself unable to do a whole lot, even following that as a stun, Jules. And we do see Oa actually going down. Meanwhile, the Rax at mid in trouble here. Tiny using that Ghost Scepter just to get the hell out of there. And this mid Rax will go down. Mineski. Is this the end of the road for them? Is there anything they can do? It's going to be tough from here. The combo from Tiny. The stun as well. The huge burst damage. The huge nukes. Mineski's draft. The Templar Assassin. With the Naga Siren, these are 2 heroes which are just so prone to these burst damage, heavy nuke lineups. This heavy nuke lineup that you're seeing coming from Ritter is just the perfect counter for that. Queen of Pain actually picks up a kill at the back. And Mineski, their time could be up, as Ritter Art may have just 3-0'd their group. If they, well, actually no, they can't. What am I talking about? This is a best of 2, so Ritter can still get a draw in this matchup. This is just game 1, guys. But Mineski, if they lose even one of these games, if they get a draw, they are out. As far as I can tell, they are out, and Ritter will progress to the next stage. So this is Mineski need to find some way of coming back into this game. BKB is not going to be the item of choice for Templar Assassin. It's going to be that Desolator. And he wants pure DPS over the survivability. He might go for a Deso after the... Sorry, he might go for a BKB after the Desolator, but for the now, he wants that Desolator. He wants the damage. He wants to be able to just take heroes out instantly, which, I mean, is an all-or-nothing strategy. And right now, that's the kind of thing Mineski need. They need all-or-nothing. They need to go completely all-in and just hope for the best. They've lost their mid-racks. Their bottom rack is going to be the next thing that gets targeted, as there we go. Abyssal Blade has been picked up by the Lycan, giving him a massive 100 damage, 10 strength, 25% dash, and a 2-second stun? Yeah, a 2-second stun that goes through BKB. There aren't any BKB heroes on the map, but it's basically a 2-second stun you can use also on non-BKB heroes. And the bottom tier 2 tower will go down, and I mean, Mineski, this is where they're going to be tested. They've got to defend this tier 3 tower. They've got to defend this Rax. And if they don't, they're going to find themselves in deep, deep, murky waters with their feet stuck, slowly sinking, and just nothing they can do. Although, I don't know how slowly they will be sinking, because they'll be pretty much under at that point. And we're going to see a Shackle coming out. Queen of Pain in trouble. This is what Mineski need. They pop the Queen of Pain. There's huge damage coming out from that Templar Assassin. Doesn't he have the Desolator? The Sand King ultimate goes flying in. Doesn't do all that much. And the Naga Siren sleep prevents the Sand King from actually having a big impact. Lich ulti. It's a good one. Phoenix spot on there. AA from Oa trying to get out, trying to escape. Mineski Jules picks up a kill. The Lycan is dead. Lich goes down as well, and Tiny forced to use a stun and just run for his life as Mineski finally come up with something. They're back in this Sand King though, wanting to escape. They're going to change target, maybe go for this Tiny. Tiny gets shackled, stunned, in trouble, goes down. Queen of Pain is brought back. Queen of Pain is in the middle. Queen of Pain picks up a double kill. What? Takes out Jules and Queen of Pain buying back and making good use of it, but going to have to try survive as well. he should be able to do so. Oh my gosh. This game, the action is continuous, and oh, Queen of Pain needs to be careful. He has that Lincoln though, so should be okay. And will manage to dodge that top lane though. Ritter need to defend. They're taking damage. They're not going to lose, they're not really at any risk of losing their racks, but at the same time, they don't want to take too much damage on that tower. And meanwhile, Mineski doing a very risky decision, going for Roshan. They're saying they don't want Lycan to get Roshan, so they're going to go for it themselves, and we're going to see a very aggressive Roshan. They're not. This is. I mean, this is a really smart decision, but at the same time, it was just came out of nowhere, and they will get the Aegis. Sanking, go in, stun. He doesn't know how low, just how low they are. If he knew, he would be quite happy to go in, and oh, save quickly, save. Oh my gosh. All right, he will save for me, but wow. So, Mineski, they are picking up the Aegis. They're going to be trying to find a way to claw it back into this game. And that, with the Desolator on Templar Assassin, is going to give Templar Assassin a lot of damage in these coming up fights. Mid lane. They're slowly losing buildings. Moonwell's going down. They kind of provide a buffer before you get to these tier 4 towers, but the tier 4 towers are going to start taking damage every time a push comes into this mid lane. Bottom lane, Jules is trying to get some farm up. He had that Radiance at 26 minutes. Since then, he's farmed absolutely nothing. So he needs to get some kind of items. And top lane, Tiny, Sand King, and Lich, as well as the Lycan, doing all they can to just keep getting their farm up. Lycan trying to get his next item. He has got the BKB with the Abyssal Blade. First time I've seen an Abyssal Blade in a competitive Dota 1 match. And this is not going to be easy for Mineski. I mean, they're not out of the game just yet, but at the same time, there's a lot of farm and a lot of items on these Scourge heroes. Having a quick look at the scoreboard, we see Ethereal Blade. Yeah, we've got Ghost Scepter, Blink Dagger, Treads on Tiny, Sanking with the Blink BKB, Arcane Boots, Lycan with the Abyssal Blade, BKB, Glads and Treads, Queen of Pain, Lincoln Sphere, Ultimate Orb and Treads, and the Lich has Drums of Endurance and a Headdress, so maybe going for that mech. I think going for that mech maybe before the drums would have been a bit better, given the Scourge team a bit more survivability, and that's Ritter Art. As far as Mineski go, item-wise, they're not that far behind. You see Radiance Treads, 2.3k gold on the Naga Siren. We see Jay with Necro Book 3 and 4 staff. We see Earn up on, or Earn Boots and Bracer up on the Ogre Magi, the main support. The other support with Arcane Boots. And RR, the Templar Assassin with Blink, Desolator, Phase Boots, and the Aegis. The Aegis of the Immortal is going to really be a key item for them to get back into this game. They're doing all they can to push this bottom lane. They want to keep these lanes pushed out. They don't want to give Ritter the chance to pick them off or to just push to come in and to basically get hits on those towers. With Lycan, they can take down towers so fast. So if Lycan sneaks into the base when they're not ready to defend, suddenly they find themselves in a really bad position. And we will see. Mineski, smoke ganking. They're trying to make something happen. They're going to find Lich. I don't know if Lich is who they want to find. They maybe want to find a key hero, and they're going to find a courier. I'm not sure if they're going to catch on. The entire Mineski team is in fact there. They're gonna go all the way out into the lane. This is crazy. Mineski revealing themselves. They're very prone to being ganked here, as they do they do get very exposed here. They're going to have to go back and defend. But Mineski saying they're not scared, and they do get a crow kill. That's pretty much as good as a hero kill, from the gold you get. 150 gold each hero. And Mineski once again on the back foot, forced to go back, forced to defend. They don't want those tier 4 towers taking too much damage, and Jules with the Radiance can defend fairly quickly. But top lane is going to be the major concern as Ritter look to take down the last outer tower. This tier 2 tower has been up for too long, they say. And they are going to be going for that very shortly. And Mineski maybe going to look for another smoke gank. They got smoke on the AA. Last time it picked them up a courier kill. They want to pick up what they the ideal smoke gank, you pick off, basically you find the opposing team, not just one hero. You want to get 2 to 3 kills, but you need to catch them when they're out of position. If you catch them when they're ready for you, sticking together, you find a big team fight, and you may find yourself in the back, sort of not in the best position. But at the same time, you don't want to really smoke and just kill the one hero. You want to find at least a couple kills. So if you find 2 or 3 heroes together, but not the whole team, then it's good. But you can't be too obvious about those smoke. And we will see top lane. They are all grouped. They've got all, well, they've got 4. The 5th is Lycan. He's at bottom. He's actually picked up a vitality booster. Going to be going for that Heart of Tarask. I believe his Reaver is actually on the Courier, which died. Actually, no, Courier's respawned, so maybe not. That Courier has respawned awfully quickly. But we'll see whether or not they maybe bought another one. But do they either bought another one or it respawned? But maybe they don't realize that it does in fact respawn in this. But right now, 18 to 37 is the kill score, and Mineski finding themselves not in the best position, especially after losing this mid-backs. But the last 5-10 minutes, not much has happened to hurt Mineski. They've been farming up. They've been getting more and more items. We see a Hyperstone on Templar Assassin. Forget BKB. What do I know? Pure damage, pure attack speed, and it's going to be all about those numbers as Mineski fight this Ritter team. Who needs BKB against heroes like Queen of Pain, Sanking ulti, Lich ulti, Tiny combo? You don't need BKB for that. BKB won't do anything. And oh wow, Tiny getting caught here. Are they going to go in to try to protect him? It doesn't look like they will. They're going to leave Tiny to die. Amazing. You were amazing. You were an amazing sacrifice to allow the rest of the team to escape. They didn't want to teamfight that because Lycan wasn't there. Lycan was at bottom. And amazing was the sacrifice for his team. I'm sure Mineski would have liked to have picked up 2 or 3 there rather than just the one hero, but unfortunately for them, they only got the Tiny there. Winner on that bottom lane, pushing it out with backup as well. So they are getting more and more farm on Mineski. The top T2 tower will go down though, so Ritter do get something out of it. And okay, actually yeah, someone in chat has clarified. The Courier respawned. The Courier does respawn, but they have 2 Couriers, so only one of their Couriers died. Alright, that makes complete sense now. So, big shout out to Cheeseroni who figured that one out. And Templar Assassin, 1400 gold, going to be going for what looks to be an Assault Cuirass. Can't imagine it's going to be a Mjolnir when that item does not actually stack with Deso. And there's the stun, they're coming in on him, the stun, follow up, and he gets instantly wiped out, breaks the Aegis, and Ritter going to say, okay, we took your Aegis, let's back off now. And as far as the Aegis being a pivotal item in this game, no longer going to be the case. It got completely wasted for absolutely no gain there, apart from maybe, well, yeah, I mean, the benefit of having the Aegis is that there was no loss. You didn't actually lose the Templar Assassin there, where if he didn't have the Aegis, he'd be dead, and you'd maybe be getting pushed in now. But at the same time, it wasn't used to... The Aegis wasn't used offensively to make a good team fight. You want to use it to offensively rather than defensively to save yourself from one death. And we're going to see, oh great, Naga Siren ultimate finds the Lycan, great use, and he's going to try to fight his way out. The ensnare coming in, the right click damage so much, and he goes down. Vance goes down, doesn't have buyback. Tiny going to be the next one to go down. Tiny popping the Ghost Scepter, the SK ulti coming in. Can they pick up a kill? They do pick up one. Oa goes down. Lycan is brought back. The Ogre Magi stuns down the Lich, and the Naga Siren trying to keep himself alive. The Queen of Pain gets ensnared, gets mana burn. The minus armor, they've got so much damage, you can't TP out there. What are you thinking? And the Necro Book giving vision of Sanking. Sanking, 50 HP, needs to blink, not going to manage to do so. Jules picking up a couple of kills there. Queen of Pain buying back. Lycan buying back. That was a team wipe for Mineski. Mineski picking up all 5 kills, 2 of them buying back. That's a huge gold swing towards Mineski's favor, especially considering the fact they used their gold on buying back. Just trying to rest my throat, guys. It's getting awfully damn sore. And right now, Mineski at mid lane. Woot's just pushing out this big creep wave. This big Miraculous mid lane is just causing them some problems. And Mineski still in this game. I mean, you saw it there. They picked off the Lycan. Lycan is prone to this Naga Siren. The ensnare can prevent him from moving, even in BKB form. And Nagasiren has finished off a Heart of Tarath. He's going to become very hard to kill. So forget BKB against these heroes. All you really need is pure HP, and that's what he's going to do. So they can throw all those nukes at him, but instead of avoiding the nukes with a BKB, he's just going to shrug them off with a Heart. And Mineski, they had a slow start. They were a bit sloppy early on, but what's happening now is they're playing it smart, and they are pulling things together in the late game. So better late than never. But at the same time, they're in a very tough position. It's a big ask for them when they're 1 racks down. But at the same time, if any team can do it, it would be Mineski here to make this kind of a comeback. And we're going to see whether or not that's possible. Templar Assassin, 3k gold, may be able to pick up that Assault Crest fairly soon. We do see something flying out. It looks to be a pipe, which is going to be possibly on one of the support heroes, maybe the Ogre Magi. Yeah, it looks like Ogre Magi has finished off a pipe. And that's going to give the Mineski team a lot more survivability. So, yeah, he has. Watch him struggle with those items in top lane. Shackle shot. Lycan goes down again. Huge damage. Double damage on RR. And Lycan finds out, hey, you can't TP out. They'll just kill you too fast. And the pipe up on Ogre Magi. This is Mineski. Lycan has no buyback. Mineski could just push in, take Rex. Templar Assassin needs to go mid here. Needs to join up with his team. They need to just push this. And they're going to see the sleep. They may... Who are they going to go for here? Will it be the Lich? It is going to be the Lich. The ensnare goes off. There's the Chain Frost. It's going to bounce. The pipe gets popped. Great pipe, but the Sand King ultimate causing problems here. Jules in trouble, and he's getting down very, very low. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain forced to blink backwards. Lycan is still dead, but Mineski took a lot of damage there. Luckily for them, they've got a lot of earn charges. We see 5 earn charges on the Ogre Magi. They can heal everyone up, and they may be able to take back this mid-rax, even up the games in terms of raxes. Mineski are evening up this game. This is anyone's game to take now. Lycan, 25 seconds. He's still dead. And 4-star in. Jules, what are you doing? This is crazy, but it's going to work out. They're going to go on the Sand King, who shuns his way out, but he's been instead. He's trapped. Couple more hits. He's BKB, but it's not going to help. He does go down. Templar Assassin still alive as well. Red HP. The Rax at mid could just go down here. Mineski are managing to do what seemed to be impossible 10 minutes ago. I cannot believe my eyes. It looked like Ritter had the game completely won. We're going to see Sand King buying back. Lycan is now alive. Mineski need to be careful. They don't want to overextend here, and overextend they might. Do this GoDz team have ultimates? No SK ultimate. No Lich ultimate. They haven't got their big AoE ultimates. They're going to pop the Nagasiren ultimate. They can't attack the tower. The tower is invulnerable. They're using it to get into position, decide who to focus. The ensnare on the Lycan makes him waste the BKB, and Lycan being punished for that, and they will just focus down the racks now. Ensnare the Lycan, focus racks. Great play from Mineski, who now find themselves up a rack, and they're going to be looking to go in for more. Sand King has ultimate in 10 seconds, but the top rack is going to fall. Mineski fighting. This is an unbelievable comeback. Mineski, they may even go for Roshan. Roshan has respawned, but what they're actually going to do is just go for this bottom rack. This is going to give them mega creeps. Mineski just, in a matter of seconds, have turned this game around. And in a matter of about 15 minutes, what was an unwinnable game for them has suddenly become one of the best comebacks I've seen in a long, long time here. Sand King, ultimate, BKB, he's going in, he almost catches AA, he does with the stun, and now he needs to be careful. He's been instead, he's going to have to try and hide somewhere, but what's more important is he needs to save this Rax. The Rax is getting focused down. Mega Creeps is going to come out. Lycan has gone bottom. Lycan is going for maybe a sort of throne race here, or possibly trying to get some Rax of his own, but Mega Creeps, Sentinel, going to be Mineski are going to be in complete control now, and Lycan not going to be able to do a whole lot in this base here. He's picked up a Boots of Travel, but that's not going to do much here. You can see Templar Assassin just shrugging off this damage. Mineski maybe still in this tournament, guys. They've got to win not once, not twice, but 3 times against Ritter, and we do see RR pick off the Lycan. Mega Creeps, Lycan dead. This is GG, surely. I would be left speechless if Ritter could do anything at this point in the game. That maybe they can come back, but it's going to be so hard against Mega Creeps, and Mineski may have just won Game 1 of this best of 2 series in a do-or-die situation where Mineski have to win every single match. They can't walk away with a draw, and they have to win the tiebreak match to follow. We're going to see Tiny pop the Ghost Scepter, and Manta Style is actually the item of choice for Jay. He's just going to be kiting this Tiny around, and he goes for a Shackle, doesn't actually find it, and the Templar Assassin slow. Jay Still looking for more. Pops the Necro Book. Trying to hide in the trees. He does have that Manta style. And this top tier 4 towers, the throne, are going to find themselves under attack soon. Naga Siren doing all he can there, and they do manage to get Phoenix. That's the Lich. Jay in trouble though, trying to get out. He's picked up a Blink Dagger as well, and he does have the Shadow Strike on him, so it's hard to get out, and he does get stunned. Tossed, goes down Jay, and that's not going to matter too much, as they are going to get Roshan. Meanwhile, Jules will pick up the Aegis, possibly the Cheese as well. Although we'll see Templar Assassin picking up one of those. Templar Assassin going for an Eagle Horn, has the Assault Cuirass, and the throne will go down. Ritter, it's only a matter of time till they call GG. Aegis, Cheese, Mega Creeps, 50 minutes in, and Ritter only having mid-racks to show for it. Oh my gosh. GG is called. Next is the go. Ritter, they were looking good. I thought they had it, guys. I'm not normally one to say the game is over before it's over, but I was almost at that point where I could say, okay, Ritter have won this, and Mineski, they held it together. They managed to pull a fantastic comeback, guys. I am hats off to Mineski.